So many people are asking me about the real estate market, especially in light of the coronavirus and the drops in oil prices down to like less than $10 a barrel. And so I want to talk to you briefly about what that means to sellers and to buyers. And then by all means, give me a call if you have any other questions with respect to your personal property or whatever. But I'll say this is, we live in Calgary. We've been through this before. We'll probably go through it again. And we learn something every time we do it. So I've been selling real estate now for 20 years roughly, and I've been through this before as well. And what I will tell you is that there's things you can do to mitigate the damage that these kind of things can do. First thing you can do is calm down and get some good advice from a realtor that's been around for a while, that's been through one or two of these crises before. I'll say that if you're a seller, here's what I'm going to tell you is you're going to get a lot less showings. There's no question about that. But I would say to still, if you're thinking of moving, get your property on the market, because the reality is having less showings is sometimes a good thing. Having showings is a pain. But in a market like this, you're not going to get a lot of showings, but the showings that you do get are going to be people that really do need to buy. And so you're going to get a lot less showings, but you're going to get some very, very motivated buyers, because people that are out looking in this kind of a market are either looking for one of two things. They're either looking for a scorching good deal, no question about that, or you're going to get people that do need to move. And there are people that are going to be moving here. There's going to be people that are going to look at Calgary as an opportunity. They're going to say, look, everything's on sale, everything's priced to sell, and now's my time to move into a great city like Calgary, where we can enjoy things like being close to the mountains and fishing in the Bow River and cheering on the Calgary Flames. It's a great city to live in. If you're like I said, if you're a seller, expect to sell it for less, to sell your place for less. That being said, when you go to buy, as long as you're buying in the same market, which the entire country, if not the entire world, is in right now, you're going to be buying at a much lower price as well. So it doesn't really cost you much with respect to that. In fact, there's an argument to be made for this being a good time to move up into the market, so that if you buy a bigger, nicer home in a better area now, when the market does come back, and it always does, usually with a vengeance in Calgary, you'll be able to take advantage of that in a more expensive house. So the percentages will give you a greater return. If you're a buyer, I would say, you know what, hire a good agent, make sure that he's not afraid to negotiate, and go out and look, because again, the way the market is, there are deals out there, and there's going to be some fire sales, and there's going to be some opportunities. And I'm not suggesting that taking advantage of people is what you do in a market like this. But the reality is there are people that will need to sell, and you'll be an answer to prayer if you come by with an offer that's going to work for them for whatever reason. There are people that are going to need to sell, and the prices are going to be depressed. And if they don't sell it to you, they'll be selling it to somebody else. So just some things to think about. Of course, some other things to think about is the Bank of Canada has lowered mortgage rates to like near zero. So with respect to lending as well, it's a good time to borrow. Mortgage rates are really, really low. So that's another thing to think about as well. And additionally, the federal government has lowered the percentage that you need to qualify for with the stress test. So there's some good news there if you're a buyer. Where the prices are going to land, only time will tell. What I will tell you is we will be up over this price again when the market returns, because like I said, being in Calgary long enough, we know that the market does come back, and it comes back with a vengeance, and that kind of thing. So anyways, give me a shout if you have any further questions. I hope that helps you. Hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're staying home as I am, and trying to do as best you can from home. So give me a call. All right, thanks.